Alright, we are leaving Louis today, and we are going to Dalat, which is a city that's up in a hill and a mountain, I think, actually. I think it's quite high. And we've been told it gets pretty cold, like somebody told us 10 degrees Celsius. We looked up the weather and I think it said 16, is that what you saw? So that's still pretty damn cold on a motorbike. And as usual, we aren't really prepared for that. So I have squeezed my way into some of Katie's tights, and that is a very restricting situation. And I've got a pair of pants on over that, and a long sleeve t-shirt in this, and I've got my coat, and I think we're still gonna freeze. And today, as we are leaving, this little hotel we stayed in here is pretty unremarkable. The staff is quite nice, and the rooms are super clean, like surprisingly super clean. Even though if you looked at the room, you'd just be like, oh, it's just another one of those hotel rooms, but it's like super clean. The floors are like immaculate. And they give you a little plate of fruit for breakfast every morning, which is kind of nice. And then if you ask them to do your laundry, they put all of your laundry together with other people's, and then they take it all out of the machine. I think they have a machine actually. And then they're like, whose laundry is whose? And you're just like, okay. So you have to dig through your stuff and figure out whose is whose. And then Katie loses a pair of socks. So now she doesn't have a pair of long socks for the cold bike ride that we need to take today, which is a bit of a bummer. And she said, you need to make the video right now because I'm a little angry. So that's what we're at. That's what we're at. But we're gonna take off. And oh, bad news. Ursula stopped like turning on the electric. The electric is back to not working. So I still think that it's not charging the battery. Like it worked yesterday and the battery was still charged, but it's not recharging. So we might stop by the bike shop on the way out of town, but I don't know if we're gonna have time at this point. But we're back to kickstarting her. So is life, it's okay though.
We've been seeing these like, propaganda is not the way to say it, but these posters that are like drug-free posters, like DARE or like keep off of drugs, and they are a little more explicit than, oh, you know, it's gonna cause some health problems and you're gonna like lose your job and life's gonna be bad. It's like, it's gonna rip the heart out of your chest and you're gonna die and the Grim Reaper's coming.
This is the approach Nancy Reagan should have taken, because maybe that would have won the drug war. This is some scary shit.
This is a big road. When there aren't tons of bulldozers on it. They're exercising.
For breakfast, we got another one of them little sandwiches we bought from one of these little shacks, and I'm pretty excited about it.
So just bread. The bread in the country is great. I think it's going to be spicy as hell.
Katie's at a little snack shack, picking up some snacks, some water, some things. Because on the roads like that we're going on, we have no idea if there's going to be little towns or anything, and we don't want to starve to death. So we're stocking up now before we hit the road officially. And other than that, looks like Ursula is all set to go. We got our bag strapped on the back. We're drying off some things I swam in yesterday. And the unicorn and embodiment of Ursula is all set. And man, let me tell you what, it's warm in these tights when I'm not on that bike moving. I am sweating just standing here. There's too many clothes. Katie also got me a strawberries and cream lollipop, and on the package it says in English, for Vietnam only. Wonder why. Want to talk about some of the more unpleasant things that have to happen sometimes?
Well, I had to poop over there. And I was kind of sitting there. Can you check me for spiders, please?
Yeah, there might be no spider there. No spiders there.
So I was just sitting there. I mean, that's what you do when you do that. And I looked over to my right and I saw a spider. I was like, all right, spider's just chilling. And then I looked to that spider's right, and there was another spider. And then it didn't matter if there were any more spiders or no more spiders. I just freaked out. And then there was screaming. And then I had to, I'm just gonna tell you. I had to run with my pants down. It was weird. And then when I looked down, there was a grasshopper on my pants, and I freaked out again. And yeah, that grasshopper's probably not too happy. Well, he's still alive. He just probably doesn't like screaming girls. Neither do spiders. So I hope I'm spider-free at this moment.
There might be spiders in your pants. Have you considered that?
Yeah, but I feel like I would have felt them. Yeah. We have definitely left civilization for a moment. The mountains just go on forever. You look very fancy.
Is my scarf nice?
I was gonna say handsome and fancy, and I said hancy. You look so handsy.
Very handsy today. Going up the mountain roads is a little bit slower than those, obviously those straight shots that are across the rice field areas. And for some reason there's loose gravel on like every single corner, which is a bit of a bummer because that really slows me down. I'm almost coming to like a stop, it seems like, to go around some of these hairpin turns. But the scenery is really nice, so it's not that bad. My butt hurts though. So there's all these tarps in front of people's houses and on the side of the hills and stuff, and there's something on it and they're drying it out, and we don't know what it is, but maybe somebody on the internet can tell us what it is. Any ideas? What's that? It's tons and tons of it, and sometimes it's brown, sometimes it's really dark black color. Maybe
looks like pistachios, and it smells a little vinegary.
I have no idea. So we're driving down the street and we just saw this sign. So I was like, okay, this means chicken, right? And that picture looks like a chicken with like things that are edible on it. So we're gonna stop and I think we're gonna try to get it. And then I don't know why, but Katie said this looks like lasagna.
To choose from all of these things, and the one thing we didn't choose was the tongue. I don't think I'm gonna get that.
We have just got a ton of food from this lady, and Katie ordered the mystery pouch from the same area that had the tongue. And this is, I don't think tongue, but like there was tongue was part of the selection, and she was like, I want to try the mystery pouch. So let's see what the mystery pouch is like.
It looks good.
It does look okay.
It's just seasoned ground beef, I think.
Really? What's on the outside? Tofu or something?
Yeah, I think that's tofu. Definitely tofu. It's good.
This guy here is like, I'm guessing it's beef, and it's kind of got a beef jerky vibe going on. And it's a little bit scary because it's cold. But the flavor is very, very good. It's kind of peppered and it just like, it's a very exciting flavor. It's Vietnamese food, it's a very exciting flavor. And it looks like we might be getting some tree soup. Yeah, that looks like a bit of tree soup. Awesome, excellent. Through use of the book here, we have determined that this meat is actually pork and not beef. So I'm sorry I made that mistake, but it's quite good. It still has a beef jerky jam.
Through the excitement of this man, he is so excited.
Yeah, he's very, very excited to help. He really wants to communicate with us. It's really cute. He's a really cool guy. They brought out this little dish of pickled white thing, and it has a lot of seeds in it. And they showed it to me, and it looks kind of like a radish, but then it's got like a eggplant vibe. And in the book, it's got a list of like foods, and they're pointing at the thing that says eggplant. They're kind of like, so we think they're saying it's cousin of eggplant, but we're not quite sure. But it's pickled and it's damn good.
29 Kia bao nhiêu?
Do I want to know what you're saying?
30
31
34
31
34
I made a friend. I can't pronounce his name at all. It's like Nye. It really is like Nye. He's 54, his wife's 51. He's not scared of doing rock climbing. He's very funny and he likes to laugh, especially at Eric. And he's just enthralled with the fact that we could communicate in any way. Didn't matter if it was through comedy or food or through the translation part of our book and stuff. He was just really happy to be able to say anything. So that was really cool. But now I'm gonna miss my friend. Maybe we take him with? The food was good. It wasn't as good as the conversation, but it was good. I do worry that it was cold and mấy later we won't be feeling so good. But if we are feeling good later, I'm gonna feel triumphant. Well, those were just some delightful people and a delightful meal and a delightful experience. And Eric suggested I should use the word delight here, so I used it 4 times. The mystery pop has been opened.
But I don't know if we explained, we got a mystery pop in Vietnam, a mystery flavor. And it said made in like only in Vietnam. It could be snake penis. Snake penis?
Is snake penis delicious?
Apparently so. I know this flavor, but I get peach.
Peach, yeah.
Yes, peach. Check out this dam. Ursula's electrical system is back to working sometime, so let's see.
Oh, gamble, gamble, gamble.
See what happens. So if you wiggle
No
this,
whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
if you wiggle this just right, and you squeeze this. No idea. This works now.
Whammy free.
Awesome.
We're in some sort of a town and the traffic pattern has definitely changed. There are 4 lanes. That's very strange. We've almost been hit by like 3 or 4 cars today on half a lane. And now there's 4 lanes. Maybe if we could reduce the laneage here and take that to the places where the lanes are needed, that would be amazing.
This road leading up into the Lat is actually not too bad because it's another one of those divided highways, and by divided I mean the motorcycles can go in a little motorcycle area and all the cars go in a separate area. So, like opposed to when you have like half a lane and you have like traffic for 2 directions and big cars and small cars passing each other along with motorbikes passing each other and people and chickens and bicycles and the whole works like all in a half a lane. This is like a huge change and it's a really big relief, and it's like you can kind of like relax and like your stress level goes down and your heart isn't pounding through your throat when you're going through a high traffic area. So it's kind of a nice part of the ride.
All right, so some people might wonder, what am I doing on the back of that bike? I'm looking at stuff. I'm navigating. I use this little bot and I have another little bot, and the reason we have 2 is because the battery on this one, we were a bit shaky about it. But it's lasting a while as long as I toggle between having the internet on or off. The internet just swallows that battery. So, but this is actually making it a full day, which is good. And those bots go into the back pocket of my bag. Inside the bag, I've got our guidebook, printed directions, and some other random things, including the waterproof camera that's happening right now. Just in case we run into rain. If we run into rain, immediately our camera goes away and we start using our waterproof camera. Speaking of cameras, this is what we're using. This is our non-indestructible. Like, we're pretty sure he's just gonna die very easily. So we tried to treat him good. We've got this nice pole, and I take some pictures and random footage with that when I feel confident or not confident. Sometimes scarier moments are better times to use that. It's always strapped to me, hooked via this. So if it gets dropped, or in certain situations where we feel like someone might try to steal it, it's at least a little bit harder to steal. Also, we got a new microphone, and we really haven't even listened to any of the audio we've gotten back on this, so you may only be able to hear this and not whatever we record with this. So that could be bad. But hopefully this is helping with like the wind that's coming past us on the bike and any other windy shots. It's dulling out the wind and allowing you to hear our voices a lot better than what you would have heard them before, or how you would have heard them before. And then I kind of just look up crap on the internet. Like,
You checking your Facebook, girl?
no. Sorry, I haven't been responding to any comments or anything because I haven't been checking my Facebook or my any books. I'm on vacation. Yeah, also, butt pad from previous video. The hell is it? This is ash. Why am I on fire? Well, that was weird. My butt thing, perfect.
Did you talk about that before?
No more problems.
You talked about it before? Oh, okay.
I talked about it before. This, I actually used my dry towel, like my quick dry towel, to make it work, because I needed to wear the pants that I used for it before. But yes, it's been working out very good, just in case anybody wanted an update on my butt situation. Eric's butt, not as snug as mine.
It's in bad shape today.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna shine some light on the situation. So Eric was taking a shower and the water was steamy hot, like too hot if you put it all the way up.
It was too hot
And
for the hot tub.
It was too hot for the hot tub. And inside the shower, there's like a shower head and it just wobbles around and doesn't make any sense. So he decided, you know, it'll just be easier if we both take a shower. One of us can hold the shower head for the other one. So I got in the shower with him, and I'm in there for no more than 2 minutes, and all the cold water's gone.
No, hot water's gone.
Or all that's coming out is cold water. And Eric's got shampoo in his hair, and I'm just standing there drenched. And I think we stood there for like 4 minutes going, what the crap are we gonna do now? Okay, so I decided I was gonna get out because I didn't have any shampoo on and it really didn't matter. I didn't need to get back into that cold water for any reason. So I got out. Eric just continued. He, trooper.
I had shampoo in my hair, what am I gonna do?
Did the shampoo, did the soap and everything, and he got out.
By the way, it is cold here. Like, not
Yeah.
freezing, but it's colder than it can be to tolerate a cold shower. Like a cold shower.
You need a hot shower.
Yeah,
here.
the temperature here is low enough where you gotta have some heat in the water, or it's like just like torture.
So I got out of the shower and sat down, had a little bit of a snack, and thought, you know, okay, Eric will get out and we'll figure out how to talk to them and it'll be solved in a few minutes. He just went downstairs, and what did she say?
I was like, do you guys have hot water? And she was like, no, of course not. And I was like, wait, what? And then she was like, wait, in the shower? I was like, yeah, in the shower. She was like, oh, okay. Like, there's a little bit of her English is, I mean, it's better than my Vietnamese, but it's a little shaky. But then I brought her upstairs, and like I told her the room number we were in, and she went to a breaker box that had all the rooms on it. And she checked the breaker box like it was a common thing that breakers got flipped. But the breaker wasn't flipped on our room number. It was flipped on a bunch of other ones though. Maybe it's just wired wrong. But anyway, Oh, you're labeled wrong. And then she said, I'll call a guy and he'll be here in a couple of hours or an hour or so. Like, she's like, he's not here. And I was like, okay. So now Katie's wet and she hasn't really had a shower. But the room's $6 a night, so I mean, I guess how much can you complain?
And that wasn't the cheapest one.
What do you got, girl?
I got another snack. Should we have the other snack?
Okay. Are you okay doing this in your towel?
Yep.
Let's get this covered up here. Put away the ladies. All right, so while we wait for, well, I don't know, we're just kind of relaxing after the bike ride, and there's no way for Katie to take a shower, but we'll be going out in a few minutes. But anyway, there's a snack, and Katie got it when we were at one of the rest stops earlier today, and it's kind of freaky looking, to be honest with you.
This is what I found. And there's actually like a date on there that says this is good until February 11th or February 1st.
And we're just gonna assume that's of 2015.
Oh. That could, hold on.
What are we looking at here? 2/11/15?
Or 2/1/15. Or that could be January.
That's possible.
Well, anyways. Smells like not death. So it's kind of shiny and nice looking. And sesame seeds. And I think coconut, but I could be wrong about that.
Am I gonna hate this, or is it okay if I eat this?
Like, you'll be fine with it? I don't think it's coconut.
No. It smells like potato chips.
A little bit. Might be potato.
Yeah. I don't know, potato
It's like a,
with like honey on it or something.
it's like a really, really hardcore cooked hash brown covered in,
Yeah.
it's a hash brown.
It's a hash brown. It's a honey hash brown. It's okay.
I'm not disappointed.
So if this went bad on the 2nd, what is today? Like the 6th or 7th or something? But maybe this is like the production date. You know what I mean?
I've seen NSX, oh, that's the production date, 3 something from that day.
Days, probably. Yeah, close enough. That'll be alright.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Really sticky to the teeth, but pretty yummy. So we walked to these food stalls over there. They're making like a gigantic soup with lots of things that scare the crap out of Eric, and it looks really exciting. It smells really good to me. It smells like lemongrass and beautiful things. This lady is making some amazing drinks. She takes one of each of these ladles and puts them all together. I have no idea what the flavor of this could ever be.
We think it's beans.
She said beans a lot, so I'm hoping that it's good. She's going to get an order.
It is warm, and it appears to be black
And white.
and white colorish.
Looks Oreo, like if you took an Oreo and smushed it into...
And?
beans. It tastes like black sesame plus warm milk. It's really good. Like it tastes like a comfort drink that you would have like if you couldn't sleep or something like that, which might actually be something that would happen here with all this noise. You might need this sweet drink to finally fall asleep.
Let me get on up on this. Get some new stuff. Yeah, it's really sesame tasting, and the beans that have somehow turned into a sesame flavor or something. Maybe there's sesame in there. Yeah,
The black one could be sesame.
yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Yeah, I had to get another one, and it was 7,000 dongs.
35 cents? No? 35 cents? 35 dongs?
No, 7,000 dongs.
7,000? Oh, that's a lot of dongs. Man, can't even remember our own things. We just happened upon this place and there's a ton of locals here, and so it's gotta be good. And the man next to me said delicious like 4 times, and he helped me figure out that it's all pork. And we've gotten some dumplings, which I want to say it's called bambeo, but I'm not sure. Inside, you got a little pork guy, and outside, nice little dumpling. It's kind of like a nikuman in Japan, so oh, it's really good. Nice and soft. I mean, if you've ever seen Eric eat a pizzamon, it's basically that, just better. For the outside. The inside I don't know about. Oh, I guess I should try the pork. I don't even need to talk.
It's delicious. The man is right.
The seasoning is like just on point. It's not overwhelming, but it's just perfection. It's really nice. We've also gotten a soup, but that might take a few more seconds to get our way. They've got like 5 people in a line up there throwing in like ingredients from every angle, and then they bring it to you. It's a nice production of something that's going to be delicious. And it looks like there's probably 2 more guys ahead of us, so it'll be a while.
The soup has arrived, and like Katie said, it is a pork-based soup, and it has like what it looks like to have sort of like a wonton-y thing in it. And we added some limes, and I put some hot stuff in there, which I'm kind of afraid of. And it has noodles, as well as the wontons and pieces of pork.
It's got the pork with the orange edge.
Yeah, the orange edge pork, which is that always wins, yeah?
Orange edge pork.
So. This is not a strong flavor, actually. It's a hearty flavor. It's not like everything else I've had here has attacked me. And this is more like a chicken noodle soup in the States. You know, it doesn't taste anything like that, but you know how that's kind of like a wholesome taste? This is more of a wholesome taste. That was hard to chew through. Yeah, this is okay. The dumpling was freaking amazing. This is all right. It's burning my lips a little bit because I added the hot stuff, but other than that, it's not like mind-blowing. But it's an interesting dish. I mean, I'm glad we're trying it. Definitely, it's not bad. It could be warmer too. It's not. I'm just really cold right now. Like it's freezing for me outside. So I think I just was hoping for something that was gonna like light me up. But yeah, it's all right.
Maybe you have hypothermia from your shower.
Yeah, I don't. Possible. I can't get my core temperature up.
Gotta get your core temperature up.
So good year. The dumpling is really good. Yeah, the dumpling was all right. Maybe I'll grow to love this. Yeah. Those 2 dumplings and 2 bowls of soup came to about $5. So that's not too bad. But I mean, I always wonder, like, because there's never menus in places like that. Are they just going, we can charge them whatever the hell we want, or is that what it costs? I mean, either way, it's cheap and whatever, but this does leave me wondering, like, I'd like to know the actual cost.
Saw a man on the side of the street doing some weird stuff I've never seen in my life, like little tubes, putting a stick inside, putting it inside a little heater tube. It almost looked like science. And he told us that this is rice, and he filled it with coconut, peanuts, and sugar. And he wrapped it in this like styrofoam. It really looks and tastes like styrofoam. but here we go. It tastes like rice pudding with the dried coconut. A little bit of spice in there somewhere. A weird spice. And then the peanuts. Oh, that wasn't sugar. Tastes like salt. Whoa. Weird. It's good, but it's strange.
We've only been in Dalat for like 3 or 4 hours, and I already think this is an amazing place. We've already been talking about like if we were here long term, like if we could stay here for like a week or something, like if we're in Vietnam for like long term, we could stay here for a week or 2 weeks, and it would be totally cool. There is a lot to eat and a lot of different things to try, and the vibe is really cool. It's got kind of like a European thing going on. There's all these big roundabouts and it's just got a clean, like that type of feel, but it's still gritty like Southeast Asia. I don't know, it's a really cool mixture so far. I can't wait to see it in the sunlight tomorrow and see what it's actually like during the day, if it's even more bustling or whatnot. But yeah, it's cheap too. It's like I said, our room is like $6 a night, so that's totally doable. Let's talk about dongs. What I've done here is I have laid out all of the dongs that we have in our wallet. Well, there's some more over there, but this is like one of each type of bill that we have got. And I want to explain how complicated this money system is. Like, this is the most complicated money system we've had to deal with. And it's only because of how many zeros there are on these numbers. Like, you look at them and you're like, wait, this is what? And you have to like count like 4 zeros, take them off and drop the number in half, and then you've got like basically a rough idea of what a dollar is. So this is, as far as I know, the largest bill that we have. And as you can see, that's 500,000 dongs. And at the moment, 500,000 dongs equates to about 23 bucks. Okay? So then we move our way down the list and we come to 200,000 dongs. And 200,000 dongs is about $9.33. And then 100,000 dongs, of course, is about half of that. And as you move your way down, 50,000 dongs, and then 20,000 dongs. And this one, we just say in our heads, is worth about $1. And that works out kind of in our favor, so we're not spending like way more than we want. It actually works out to about 93 cents. So then you come down, this is about 50 cents. And then you get down into, look at this, a 2,000 dong note. Okay? 2,000 dongs is 9 cents. Okay? And then you come down here, there's a 1,000 dong note, and that is worth a tiny 5 cents. And there is also we've seen a 500 dong note that I don't happen to have any of, and a 500 dong note is worth, anybody quick with their math? 2 cents, like 2 cents, just over 2 cents. So the thing that's nuts, like when we bought the motorbike was, hold on a second, it was $340. So I had to count out that many dongs, like 7 million dongs, 7,287,900 dongs. Which was like a stack of money like this that we had to hand them. So yeah, but even when you go into a store or something, or you're buying gas, you're looking at the gauge and like they take off random numbers, like random zeros sometimes. Like there's zeros missing because the people who live here know, okay, gas is not going to be 500,000 dongs. So they just, the machine just drops off 2 of them or 3 of them or whatever. So you're looking at it like, shit, how much could this logically be? Like, you have the first 3 numbers, but you don't know how many zeros are at the end of it. And when you ask people prices and stuff, they usually just say like 20 or 10 or 15, or sometimes they'll say 6, and they're just talking about thousands at that point. So we've kind of got the hang of that, but like when you first get here, it's kind of just like, whoa, what the hell? Like the numbers are so incredibly big. And it's hard to remember like which one has like actual value to it. So, yeah, that's a lot of dongs.
While we were in Mui Ne, we went to a bunch of shops and I realized that we needed to get sunscreen, and I bought some from a shop, and Eric also bought a soda from this shop. And when Eric opened the soda from this shop, it was completely flat and it had expired in 2013. Check your dates, everyone. Check your dates. So gross. But we put the sunscreen on while we rode from Muine to Dalat, where we are right now, and we've basically been epically burned. I don't know if we did the product wrong, but we treated it like every other kind of sunscreen we've ever had.
It was
like,
Western sunscreen. It wasn't like we couldn't. We
it
could
was
read
Western.
The label.
It was St. Ives. I mean, like I could read the whole label. I decided to get it because I knew that it was a name brand, and I mean we put it on before we left. Like, we didn't go out directly into the sunshine. We put it on, let it soak in, and then we went out and we reapplied it while we were out. And
let's just say, look at our hands. Like,
that's what my skin normally looks like.
yeah.
And this is after like one night. I put aloe on last night. It was pretty red.
My hand.
Your hand is just
The burned
destroyed.
area is actually swollen. Like, it's puffed up.
I don't want to touch it. Well, I gotta put the sunscreen on it.
Yeah.
We have the remnants of a little bit of banana boat that we brought from actually America to Japan to here. So it's kind of irritating because it makes you feel unwell, and you've actually made all the efforts to feel well. I mean, like, we eat crazy food and we kind of expect this could go badly, but I put on the sunscreen, I expect it to not go badly. But yeah, a little bit burnt today, and hopefully it doesn't get any worse. Banana boat forever. All right, people, my hair's a mess. Okay, we ain't got no hot water. We're in the midst of changing hotel rooms, and I'd rather be out on the street than waiting for the hot water to get hot. So, well, for our, we come to the market, bought the first food we saw because we're hungry. That flatbread is little sweet and kind of like a pita. So a sweet sesame pita. Good.
All right. In your bag here, we got more.
Shake it. Is there something inside? Is it Kinder Egg?
It's quite heavy.
Kinder Egg?
It might be one of those Kinder Eggs.
You want to do it? It's a Kinder Egg.
Yeah. Inside is stuff. I'm not sure what. But again, the outside is kind of sweet with sesame. And this thing looks like it's glazed with honey or something.
Look at that hair.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
It looks like a pube, yo.
Does look like a pube. Oh, it's hardcore in there.
Nasty. How was it?
Good. The glaze on this is actually a little more full flavored than it was on the hash browns, so I would definitely say that's honey.
Okay. Let me get up on that.
You can taste the bees.
You can taste the what?
The bees.
And it looks like the inside is like not bread. What is it? Is this like a deep fried dumpling thing or something? This is good. This one's my favorite. It's a strong sesame flavor. And the honey is less like getting stuck to my teeth. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's not like ridiculous like those things last night.
I think this one's my favorite because I've had the other two before. It's good.
Just walking up a kind of a side street, and we're still looking for some more breakfast after those little like not muffins, the little pastries. And we saw a whole bunch of people were here eating, and they've left now, but there was a lot of people, so we're like, okay, we're gonna eat here. So we're getting noodle soup, I think, something. I don't have any idea. But it's funny, like when you come here, they just like, they have you come over and they open the pot and you look in the pot and you're like, okay. You look in the next pot, okay. Like they know we can't communicate, but they're still like open to having you look at what they've got and stuff, which makes it reasonably easy to figure out like something to choose. Like Japan's equivalent is to have those plastic food container things of the picture, the plastic sets outside the restaurant, but here they just let you look in the kitchen.
I'm ready to eat.
A bowl of something has arrived, and we think this is a beef-based something.
Mm-hmm. Definitely beef-based. I assume these are rice noodles and just beef. Let me taste this beef.
It's really peppery smelling.
Yeah, totally peppery. Excellent. One of the best soups I've had here. I told myself not to add any condiments. I got some pepper in my throat. And I would say it wouldn't need them, but you could enhance it a little bit for your flair, but you don't need to at all. Second bowl is here. I don't know if I said, but this was woon bowl, and this is mi kwang. And again, pronunciation, but it says that this is a shrimp and pork thing. I don't see any shrimp. I do see some pork, and I believe these are fish cakes. It came topped with peanuts, which I did not expect. It's got turmeric noodles, which are new to me, and I thought the broth looked excellent, because what you'll learn about me is I think that any red broth is better than all other broths. It is fishy, so you won't like it, but I'd say it's pretty good. It's going to be excellent for the lime base, and it's pretty good.
What is this thing?
Part of pig. Some sort of bone.
I have no idea what part of the pig that is. Maybe knees or something? That's pig knees?
Could be a knuckle. I don't know. But I don't think you eat that. I think it's just for
decoration.
It's only for decoration. It's for flavor. For flavor.
So I inherited the beef because of the other thing was seafoody and scary beyond all reason, and Katie is a much braver soul than I am. And I added some lime and some red stuff that's like spicy something, and then something that tasted kind of like minty, and then some moyashi, mung, bean sprouts, right?
Way to
yes,
go.
There we go. Okay, bean sprouts, and by the end of this, it's like you're kind of sweating and your heart is beating, and like this is on point, man. This is on point.
What do you got going on here?
It's how a soup should be. A soup should be like a religious experience. Am I right?
That is a new kind of soup for sure. It's a pepper. It's a peppery heat that you've created. It's pepper. It's good. I love mine way more than yours.
You don't know nothing about
You don't fight about it? So Dalat is a very European feeling city, because from what I've read, since it was French, people came here and decided that they were going to make a little French town out of this place, and the streets and the overlays of roads and the Eiffel Tower all feels pretty French. There's obviously a lot of Vietnamese going on here, but it really does feel like a different creature of a city as opposed to like the cities that we've been to so far. It just feels a little bit different, and in a good way. We're at a place called the Crazy House, and for like 2 days I thought it was called the Crazy Horse and that we were going to like Sopranos land, but it's not the Crazy Horse, it is the Crazy House. And this house was built by a woman who I think is in love with concrete, and really enjoys making concrete her own and doing crazy things with concrete. We've heard that it's a labyrinth inside and that getting lost is part of the fun. So we were gonna come last night, but we only had an hour. I think we needed more time to get lost. Just turn around slowly.
Oh, wow.
It's an animal.
Is it?
Yeah, there's the butt here. You can see the tail. I thought it was a snake
Oh,
at
it's like a
first.
giraffe.
Or a camel. I kind of see a camel, but then I see a hippo. Fun.
Apparently the Crazy House is a functioning hotel and you can stay here if you want. And we have no idea the real details about it, but there's a bunch of different rooms and they represent different countries. Like there's one that represents Russia and one that represents the United States. And I don't remember the rest of the list. And they're represented by like an animal, and this is the pheasant room. And apparently like you can stay here. Like there's a sign on the wall that's like hotel regulations and like check-in and check-out times and things like that. So that would be pretty cool. I bet it's pricey though. I kind of get the vibe that that might be a problem for us. This is the room that represents Australia, and there's a big wicked kangaroo in here with glowing red eyes. Look at that. It's got a roo in its roo pouch. Okay, so like all these Russian people keep speaking to me in Russian. Do I look Russian? It's possible. Katie says I look Russian. And I'm like, they're like saying things and I'm like, I don't know what goddamn thing's coming out of your mouth.
It's a giraffe's head. Step on his ear?
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Okay. This feels like being in an MC Escher painting. I truly expect someone to walk by upside down. Like at any second, somebody could be walking upside down next to us in another room. And also, walking these little paths, I feel like I'm riding a dragon. It doesn't make any sense, but I do feel like I'm riding a dragon.
A big portion of this building is still under construction. It looks like maybe they're adding more hotel rooms to it, which would be wise because we asked if they had any hotel rooms and they were like, no, we don't have any open hotel rooms. Because we were like, oh, maybe it would be cool to stay here just for one night. To have access to this at nighttime would be pretty wild. But the guys doing the construction, like they apparently are Vietnamese, and they're doing some pretty wild like cutting and stuff in this plywood with tools that they probably shouldn't be using, wearing flip-flops, etc., etc. But I mean, in a sense, they're kind of artistic in a way, because this is it's a weird place. It's kind of artistic and kind of a mess, and I don't know, I've never seen anything like this.
I seriously walked like 10 feet out here and was just like, la 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 la, and then I was like, I lost Eric! And I came in here and I was like, where do I go? I was just gonna sit here until you found me.
So there's a land eagle room, and that is the one that is supposed to be for the United States, I think. And I think somebody might have misinformed them on what a bald eagle looks like, because the eagle in there, I mean, I know it says land eagle, but I mean, it's America, you know? It should be a bald eagle. Definitely not a bald eagle. Cool room though. It's got 2 beds, and it has a giant egg that is also a fireplace. Smell these flowers, man.
It smells like coffee.
You think so?
A little bit.
As magical as this place is, you wouldn't really want to bring children here, because on some of these paths, they would fall and die. Venus. Those girls are like, what do you say? So we just finished going through the Crazy House, and we've now taken a few steps away to get away from all the touts. There's a lot of touts outside wanting to sell you bad strawberries and whatnot. And it is a very interesting and cool experience. It's like nothing I've ever seen. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like a Ghibli movie, like exploded, and Disneyland somehow got mixed in, and Alice in Wonderland fell into the mix, and it's a crazy place. It's a crazy house. And it's like, you wander around and you get lost, and it's just like, it's really, really, really interesting. We also met a Vietnamese man while we were inside, and he spoke really, really good English, and I think he's like a tour guide or something, but not like a touty tour guide. Like, this guy was like legit. He just wanted to talk. And we talked to him for quite a long time, and he talked to us about what he's very democratic thinking, and he's not happy about the communist government here, and he had some pretty harsh words and some vulgarity that he used when he talked about things. And he was a cool guy. He was very intelligent, and he also he mentioned to us how he's not fond of Russian tourists, of which there are a lot of here, and like there's all these Russian people walking by us, and he's like saying pretty nasty things about them, and they're all standing around us, and me and Katie are like, I don't know if you should be saying this. Some of these people speak English, you know? And he just said that they just come in, basically he was saying they just come in tour groups and don't really, they don't explore and like learn anything. They just come in package tours and don't spend money with the locals, and they just spend money. And he said a lot of it was like mafia run, like it's a big ring, and they just go to the mafia hotels and the mafia restaurants. And he says he just seemed quite disappointed. And he had a lot of nice things to say about Americans and Europeans, though. It was a very interesting conversation, and I learned a lot about his world perspective. And it was crazy having that conversation with him in the crazy house. Oh, something crazy house related. He mentioned that the crazy house was built by the daughter of the second president of Vietnam, and he said that if anybody else had built this house, the locals would have destroyed it because it's just like gaudy and disgusting, and the local people don't really like it. It's not like reflective of who they are, but I mean, he's got some points to this. Like that makes a bit of sense. But he said since she was like connected to a highly powerful person, that's why it continues to exist in the state that it's in. And he said she built it, and she says that she wanted to bring it back to nature. And he was like, she cut down a bunch of trees and put concrete trees in the place. Like, is that really taking it back to nature? So, I mean, he has an interesting point of view. He didn't seem like he was the biggest fan of that place, but it was definitely an interesting thing to come see.
Apparently also the woman who built this, she had built I don't know what the purpose of the building was. I want to say a cafe, but I could totally be wrong about that. But she had built a house that was the house of 1,000 roofs, and it was actually taken down because it was anti-communist. And I think that's prior to her dad being in office. So that is what the people would do. But the crazy house was amazing. It was just like every nook and cranny, you wanted to look in every little part of it. Whenever I go to a hotel, like one of the first things I do is see how high I can go. And that was immediately what I did. I was like, how high can we get? And I just got up as high as I could, and you can see all of Dalat. Dalat looks amazing from up there. If you've ever watched Weeds, little boxes on the hillside. Oh, it's just really cool to look at. And I loved all of the rooms. All of them have their different personalities, but I am totally disappointed. I didn't get to see the one that I wanted to see, which was the bear room. We think that somebody already checked into it, so that's why it's not open. Lunch is walking by us right now. And but we did see the honeycomb room. That was my favorite, and that's where I want to stay. We asked if they had the hotel room vacant for tomorrow night, and they told us that we didn't, or that they didn't, and I gave them my phone number. So maybe we'll get a telephone call that tells us, hey, come on in, we've got a room open. And if we do, I think we're just gonna go for it. And it sounds really exciting. So cross your fingers, we get a telephone call. We're getting some sort of salad. It's got banana flour, noodles, pigskin, all the things you want in a salad. This was a video just a moment ago. I said lunch is walking by us. It was this lady. And then we went on the hunt and we got her. We've just ordered one salad. We'll see where it goes. I hope she makes something delightful. I'm happy. It's just this burst of flavor that you don't expect from all of these things together. Very cilantro-y. And got a little bit of chili here. We think this is like chicharrones. Hopefully somebody knows chicharrones. It's like one of my favorite Spanish words. But it's probably not. It looks like chicharrones to me, but that means deep fried pig something or another.
Pork rind.
Pork rind. It doesn't taste like pork rind. Not that I think I've ever had pork rind. It does taste like styrofoam, but nice little crunchies. Got the peanuts. Peanuts is my favorite part of Vietnam right now. This is the banana flour that she was talking about. The peanut that was in there took over, so I'm pretty sure banana flour tastes like peanut now. But it's just a traditional salad, lots of noodles. I want to try the pig skin. Yeah, it's definitely meat. But really, no flavor, no weirdness to it. Just, I guess, kind of fatty in a way. But yeah, it's time to eat.
So the little lady is carrying these two things on his shoulders, and it's got a stick and it connects one to each side. It's like one of those like measuring justice type scales, you know? And she carries everything she needs, from a plate to chopsticks to all the ingredients. Stools, she gave us stools, and toothpicks, napkins, a little cup of tea, like the works. It's pretty amazing. She has a little mobile restaurant. We've taken a motorbike ride about 10 minutes out of Dalat, and now we're kind of in the woods. And there's apparently a little like 1 or 2 person roller coaster thing you can ride down into the woods and then back up or something. So we're gonna check that out. I didn't expect that.
Okay, you push the handle forward to go, and it actually takes a lot of muscle to do that. I think you're supposed to do it with both hands. No brakes, no brakes, no brakes, no brakes! I already did brakes. Oh, this is amazing!
All right, here we go. He said push, forward, go, stop, back, stop. Katie is way ahead of me. This is sweet. Very cool, very cool. Okay, no brakes. Maybe that said brakes. I don't know, I didn't read the whole sign.
Oh, I need no brakes. No brakes, 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 no brakes.
This is wild. This is moving pretty good.
There's people everywhere on this ride. Okay, that one looks a little scary. The signs actually say use brakes.
Katie told me no brakes. Yeah, right. You're gonna see her crash on the side of the road.
I guess you could fall off. Oh my god, that would be scary. Yeah! Woo!
Whoa! Okay, the sign that I thought said no brakes actually says brakes.
Okay, that was a lot of brakes.
The safety dudes are just like on their phones, not paying any attention.
Oh, you don't need no brakes for that. I hope this never ends.
Whoa, this is moving. Oh, it's pretty scary when it moves fast.
I felt it come off the track. Okay, and there we go. Holy shit, that was awesome!
Woo! How was it?
It was spectacular. That was amazing.
Did you use your brakes?
Oh yeah.
You were like, no brakes. Yeah, right.
Dude, I did some stuff at no brakes that I shouldn't have. But yeah. I was hoping I'd see you, but I didn't see you at all. When you finish your coaster, you get to have a waterfall afterwards. It's dessert.
I'll tell you what dessert is. This lady over here with the bucket thing.
Luscious.
Going back up, you're on like an automatic system, and if this little belt that is pulling me broke, I would die. This to me is terrifying. When I'm on a roller coaster, the part that I'm most scared about is when it goes up. I just hate this feeling. It's horrible. Oh, I'm not liking this one bit.
Totally worth a second go. I think the roller coaster was $45,000, so it's $2.25. So it was totally worth going again for like $450 total. No brakes, people. Not a brake was used by me. You using brakes?
I use brakes. I'm not nuts.
Pussy.
I'm not gonna die on a Vietnamese roller coaster. No chance.
That's where I'm gonna die. We've seen these signs all around, and usually the shark is not on there. That is a little tomfoolery. Some really good tomfoolery.
We are way away from anything at the moment. Am I going right or left now?
Right. Why is this on the map?
Man, Ursula's a trooper. She got us down that hill, and as long as she gets us back up, I'm real happy. We found a lake though. Look at this, there's a little lake. But on our map, there's a line that goes across the lake that was interpreted as a bridge. But I can't find the bridge, so we're gonna have to go back the way we came.
This is a bummer, but my detour paid off.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Woo! That's a good sound.
All aboard! All right, what do you got?
We have described it as a Vietnamese taco. It is like is it styrofoam? So it's not a rice.
You often say, is this styrofoam here?
Well, it's a type of food here. Styrofoam.
It's
Inside,
like one of the 5 food groups, styrofoam.
cheese and onions.
Okay.
And she put some chili sauce on it.
It seriously smells kind of like Taco Bell, dude. Is it on point?
You're not gonna like it.
Why?
Fishy.
Okay, well I'll let you just bound down that guy, okay? I'm not interested in fishy at the moment, so.
Oh, alright, well, it's my taco. This is a very rare occurrence. Eric is shopping for a deer.
Yeah, I like this deer scarf, man. I think it would be a you have to fold it in half thing.
I think it's gonna be really thin then, but I don't know.
No, like this. Oh, you think?
But then you're not showing off your deer, dude.
It's true. Maybe this isn't the deer for me. Once a year I shop, and then I give up and don't buy anything.
We rolled past this restaurant. It is huge, and there's lots of people here, locals, foreigners. Just looked really kind of exciting, bustling, and just yummy. It was obvious from afar that it was a barbecue restaurant. So we're up at the table now after spending probably a long time looking at the menu going, should we, shouldn't we? And then we just like, whatever. We could do this for hours. So now we're sitting at our table. We've got our nice grill that they've brought to us, and it looks hot and we have all the little fictions. This is kabocha. This is pumpkin. That's awesome. Some okra and squash. And we've also got pork.
It looks kind of like a bacon type of cut too. It looks like it's gonna be spicy.
I thought it was kimchi when it first came over. Thank you very much. Come on.
You got your girl.
I got my girl. That's my tiger girl. I got my tiger beer. She poured it for me. I'm feeling good. All right. Now we also have shrimp on a skewer. I'll go ahead and put that on there somewhere. And mystery banana leaf.
I'm assuming you take off the rubber band. Katie?
We're just doing it like that.
That rubber band's gonna pop, put out an eye.
We'll see what happens. So I put the mystery packet on there with the rubber band and everything. This girl came over and was like, oh, and she took it off and she unwrapped the whole thing. And inside, we found this. And we don't know what that is. She said some stuff, I didn't understand it. Rock on. Everything is covered in chili powder. I'm bleeding. We're off to a good start. This was what was in the mystery pouch. I'm just gonna try it.
It looks like a meat tube, like a sausage or something. It's like a hot dog.
Definitely is. I've had this taste before and I can't figure out what it is, but I would say like for a short explanation, kind of like a beef jerky too.
Oh, that's okay.
But there's a flavor to it that is like, you'll know it when you try it.
Spam?
Not spam.
The barbecue place was just kind of your run-of-the-mill like Asian barbecue place, like kind of similar to what you have in Korea, kind of similar to what you have in Japan. It was a bit, yes?
I already know.
So I already caught you. I saw your shadow. Anyway, but it was spicy in a kind of cool way, and I don't know, I'd always feel like barbecue places are like, you should have dinner, and then you should go have barbecue afterwards, and drink like alcohol with it, because it doesn't seem like it's enough, and it seems kind of expensive for the amount you get. But it was okay. I mean, it was not like the rest of the food we've had in Korea. Or in Vietnam. We need to, I'm looking at the word barbecue, and in my head, barbecue goes with the word Korea. That's what Japan will do that to you. Yeah, so I think I want to try to stick with more Vietnamese food, because that's probably, it's been more rewarding. The barbecue and the duck have been the low points, which is by no means a complaint.
But look behind me. That looks like so much fun.
Yes, it does.
But I stabbed myself in the finger and I started bleeding, and then the chilies were too hot and the shrimp couldn't figure out how I was supposed to open them, and it just felt like stupid. Don't get shrimp. Well, I just got bit by a dog. He looked friendly, and then he wasn't friendly. You can't see right there. That's where he bit me. And he went for my arm as well, but didn't cause any damage. It hurts actually pretty bad. Like it didn't go through the skin, but it's a definite bruise. And I had already learned my lesson. You don't pet dogs when you're traveling, but he just looks so nice. It's a really beautiful shot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you rolling?
Yes. Hey everyone, we have a Patreon page and we'd really like for you to check it out. It'll allow you to contribute to us and make these crazy adventures we've been going on continue and get even better. So we'd really love for you to follow the link and learn more about Patreon and us. Go for it. Let's adventure.